Hello everybody, welcome to the 2023 digital camp registration tutorial. We are utilizing CampBrain as our registration software this year, and we're very excited to be able to show the robust and extensive use that we're able to get out of the software this year. So let's dive right in, and we're going to walk through how to register for 2023 camp season. Before we dive in, I do want to point out that any questions regarding camp registration can be directed to ohiodistrictcampreg at gmail.com. Feel free to email them with any questions regarding the registration process or anything related to camp. They will be responding to all messages as quickly as they are able. If you watch this tutorial, hopefully the questions will be limited, hoping to provide as much information as we can. So let's go and jump right into camp registration. So when you go to the website, you're going to see the landing page. This is where you will be prompted to create a new user sign in, or if you have already created a user account, maybe you registered for another event, maybe you already registered as a staff member, you just simply use the email you used to sign into that previous account. Otherwise, if you're new here, go ahead and put in your first name, last name, email address, and password. Once the password is created, it's going to pop up this little fun picture puzzle situation to make sure that you're not a robot. If you do not pass the robot test, you'll realize that your password has to meet certain criteria. Your password must be between 10 and 30 characters and contain at least one letter and at least one number. So go ahead and try to update that password under the correct parameters. Hey, look at that. You've created a successful password. Make sure you save that, write it down so you can have easy access to your account moving forward. So once you are in, you're going to see our landing page for registration. First, we're going to click on the box that says Manage People and Household Information. Click on the red box that says Edit Details under your name. The next page you will see then is additional information that it will be asking for. Mind you, this information will transfer later on into the registration application, so make sure this is all completed now, and it'll save you a little work down the road. Once all information is updated, click Save Person. Repeat this process for the remainder of your household until all your information has been added. Once everyone is added to the household, it will look something like this. Next, click on Household Details to provide the system additional information regarding you and your family. This includes address, emergency contacts. Again, you will need all this later on in the application. Now, if you have a special situation where a child maybe lives with parents a certain time of the year or certain days of the week and other parents the other days, you can add a secondary household. All right, now that all the names have been added and information has been updated, click the box Back to Home. So now you can see we're back on our landing page where underneath the words 2023 events, you will see a red box that says Start Application. Go ahead and click that box. Okay, let's dive into our application. Before we move on, please take note of a couple items that you will need to be aware of moving forward into this year's registration process. Once you've reviewed all items, click Continue. Something to note as you move forward through the registration process, each item must be added to your cart. So as we move forward, you will see each option will have the box that says Add to Cart. Make sure you're doing that so we're able to get you to the right camp, to the right lodging, get you a t-shirt, etc., etc. Please also note that if you or your child are working multiple camps and are eligible for a discount, a lot of you watching this maybe working a couple camps, or maybe you got a sponsor, maybe you're a VIP or you're a real McCoy that's going to have camp paid for, you can go through the application process, but please do not check out. We will be getting you specific codes to use to allow you to complete your registration. So in the meantime, complete everything you can in the application. And once you get to the payment portion, please email ohiodistrictcampreg at gmail.com, and they will provide you with your appropriate discount code and you can complete the process. All right, now it's time to choose who you would like to register. The cool thing about CampBrain is you can register one student for one camp, or you can register multiple students for multiple camps. So let's see what that looks like. In order to select which student you are going to register, you must check the box by their name. For this demonstration, we'll be registering one person. Again, you can register multiple students for multiple camps at the same time. Click on the student you would like to register. Make sure that the birth date and gender is correct, because this will allow or prevent some options from showing up. For example, if you are a male, you will be only able to see male lodging. If you are a certain age, you will only be able to see certain camps. So make sure that the birthday and gender is correct. Here's where you will see which camp you are eligible for. Click in the top corner, Expand All, to see the additional options that are available to you. If you try to move forward without adding things to the cart, it will alert you and tell you, hey, you got to add this to the cart. So it's kind of a fail-safe system. Once you expand all, you will see the additional session options. Again, you must add to cart each option before it will allow you to move on. So for example, senior high camp, add to cart. Once the camp is added to the cart, you then can choose lodging. Once lodging is added, you then can choose t-shirt. We then ask you if you have received the Holy Ghost. And finally, we ask if you are in state or out of state. There is an additional fee for those that are not a part of the Ohio district. Once all options have been added to cart, click continue. Here you will find all of the forms needed to complete your application. The first form is called household form. Click on the red box, open form. Remember all that information we put in right away? Well, here it is again. If for some reason information did not transfer over, complete that here. You should see your mailing address, your secondary contact. As you scroll down, you will see an area to put your emergency contacts in there. We do need a full name and at least one phone number for an emergency contact. The other piece of information we will need from you is which church you are affiliated with. Right under church name, there is a drop-down option that you can find your church, and we do ask that you also list your pastor's cell phone. If your church is not listed, please write your information in the box below. So here's a great example. If something is not completed, you will need to go back and complete the mandatory fields. Again, once that has been updated, click complete this form. You will be taken back to the progress page where you will see additional forms that will need to be completed. Under Camp Rules Agreement form, click Open Form, and you will see here the list of rules and regulations of the Ohio District camps. Please take time to review these rules, and at the bottom you will see an area that you can type your name as well as leave the date of completion. Once this has been completed, click Complete this form. Again, you will be taken back to your progress page, and you will see the forms that we've already completed have the word completed next to them. Now it's time to move on to the medical form. Click Open Form under Medical Form. We ask that you leave your student's height and weight, address any allergies and dietary restrictions necessary, review any medications and treatments for our medical staff. Make sure you are answering all questions, otherwise it will make you go back and address any questions you missed. Please make sure you note any over-the-counter medications your student will be able to have while going to their camp. And you can see it's a simple yes or no. Additional questions about the health history, health insurance, and doctor information. When you click yes under medical insurance, it will open up an area that you can put your health insurance information below. When you've added everything on this page, click next page, and it will take you to the medical waiver, which is the end of the medical portion of the registration application. You will see it's the standard medical waiver that we've had on camp registration forms in the past. At the bottom, you will see an area to put your full name and date. Click the box, and then click Complete this form. Back to the landing page for our forms, you will see one more form needed to be addressed, and that is the rooming request form. This is where we're going to ask you who you would like to room with, if at all possible. Now, we will do our best to accommodate all requests, but we cannot guarantee all requests will be accommodated. It is very important that you list both first and last names so we are able to correctly room you with your desired roommate. Once completed, click Complete this form. All right, so you will see all of our forms have been completed. On the right side, you will see a running total of our current cart. We have our application deposit, our senior high camp fee, as well as a t-shirt that we added. Now, I want to pause right here and say when you do receive your discount code, this is where you're going to want to enter it. If you wait to get the application, or if you already have received a discount code and you're viewing this video, this is where you will fill in your code. Once you're ready to add that code, you will click the green area that says enter discount code and then the name of your registrant, and you will be able to add your code there. And once the code is added, hit apply. And once that code is added, you will see the discount that will match whatever code you are given. Again, any questions about those codes or discounts available to you, please email ohiodistrictcampreg@gmail.com. Okay, folks, thank you for staying tuned. We are almost there. The next option you're going to see is an option to pay with credit card. That is the only way we're accepting payment at this time. Click continue to move on to the payment page. Here you will see a final rundown of everything that is currently in your cart, as well as all your completed forms. At the bottom of the page, then you will see an area to add your credit card. It is imperative that you click use this card before you attempt to move on. So you must add your credit card information, click use this card, and then you will see the option to submit application. That will light up and allow you to do that. Once you have submitted your application, you will receive an email to whatever email is the main email on your account. Attached to that confirmation email will be a receipt of purchase, as well as a pastoral consent form, and this is required for both Ohio District and out-of-district or out-of-state applicants. It is your responsibility to have your pastoral consent form signed by your pastor and then upload to the form area in your account, and you will see that here in just a minute. So once you receive this email, print off this pastoral consent form, have your pastor sign it, and then upload it to your account. Now, once you submit your application, you might see a page that looks like this, where everything, all the options are in this processing, this kind of like blue state. Well, it's going to take a minute. Sometimes it takes 3 minutes. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes. Sometimes it turns green right away. But while it's in this blue state, it is in a processing state. And once everything goes through, everything is confirmed, payment goes through, you're going to see then everything turns, you get green checks by the different options. And then the upload documents option is also going to show up there. So here's where you will go upload a picture of yourself, upload your pastoral consent form, and then everything will be ready to rock and roll. Now, just for laughs, I wanted to show you real quick what it would look like to register a couple different students at the same time. So as you will see here, I've got a couple options checked. I've made sure that my birth dates and my genders are correct. And you will see now there's 2 tabs. There's one that's lit up white. That's the one I'm currently in now. And if you click on the next name, you will see that the other name pops up and you can go through the registration process. Just like we did for one, you can do for both of them. You can do for as many children as you are registering at the same time. Okay, now let's talk about what your confirmation email is going to look like. When you receive a confirmation email, you're going to get an email that looks like this with a couple different attachments like we just talked about. You're going to have an attachment that is your pastoral consent form as well as a receipt of your purchase. So you have proof of when you registered, what you registered for, t-shirt, your discount, anything like that. So you will see what that pastoral consent form looks like, and it's displayed here, asking that you print this off, have your pastor sign it, and then upload it to your system. So once everything is said and done, your homepage should look something like this. And each person that you register will have their own little area that you can click on that says view details. Well, that just about does it for us today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this tutorial. We hope this has been beneficial and helpful to you. If you do have any questions, please email ohiodistrictcampreg@gmail.com. Looking forward to a great camp season.